Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our 2013 NFL Draft Special for the Detroit Lions. We're going to hand out draft grades, and we're going to look at every last selection the Lions made, as well as some undrafted free agents that you want to keep an eye on.
The Lions definitely got better in this draft. All 9 selections come from outstanding football programs with great coaching. And when you look at some of these selections, Sam Martin, everyone knocks a punter until they need one. I think Martin was a very good punter in college. He'll do the same for the Lions. You also look at Corey Fuller, a solid, underrated wide receiver coming out of Virginia Tech. Michael Williams is the guy that I think will probably be better suited as a tackle, taking the Jason Peters route. And you also look at Brandon Hepburn out of Florida A&M. Outstanding story, great young man, and is going to be a very solid special teamer in my opinion. Now, what I like most about the Lions draft, you look at guard Larry Walford out of Kentucky, getting this guy in the second round. I watched him dominate at the Senior Bowl practices all week long, and he reminds me of another outstanding Kentucky guard, not to put the pressure on him, but a guy in Dermontti Dawson. Tremendous player, valuable asset. I think that instantly upgrades that Lions offensive front. I also like the addition of Darius Slay out of Mississippi State. Played opposite of Jonathan Banks, but this guy definitely has ball skills. Now, he has some injury concern, but I think he will check out medically and fit nicely in that Lions secondary. Also, keep an eye on Devin Taylor out of South Carolina. A lot of people want to talk about Clowney, but before Clowney was on campus, Devin Taylor was the man. He even stood up as an outside linebacker in certain situations, bulked up a little bit, stayed on the defensive line the last couple of seasons with Clowney, and this guy has the length that you want. I honestly think he will be better than the guy they drafted 5th overall, Ziggy Ansah. Devin Taylor will be a steal, in my opinion, for the Detroit Lions. And Theo Riddick is another one of my favorite players. This guy was a former wide receiver, moved back to running back, still possesses the elusiveness in the open field and acceleration to get in and out of a hole, so you can get creative in your offensive tackle with a guy like Theo Riddick in the backfield. The only thing I didn't approve of about this Lions draft was the selection of Ziggy Ansah at number 5. When you look at who was on the board, D. Milner, you had an opportunity to get the number 1 corner in the draft. You could have even gone with Jonathan Cooper or Chance Warmack. I think Ziggy Ansah was a huge reach at that position. This is a guy that only played a limited amount of football, and even on the field, he still was hit or miss. Down at the Senior Bowl, wasn't good in practices, showed up in the games. So with those kind of inconsistencies, I don't think you could justify taking a guy like Ziggy Ansah in the top 5. The Lions have some undrafted free agents that could surprise and make the roster. You look at Joseph Fourier out of UCLA, big angular tight end, got to get more physical in blocking, but he has the receiving skills that you want. So keep an eye on him being that 3rd tight end in this offense, giving Matt Stafford more weapons to get the football to downfield. I'm also a big fan of Cody Wilson out of Central Michigan, a guy that runs excellent routes so he can always get open and definitely will catch everything thrown his way. So keep an eye on this guy as a special teamer, but definitely will see some time as maybe that 4th or 5th wide receiver. And John Morgan out of Albany. I cover this guy a lot. We cover a lot of FCS football. Morgan excels in blitzing and is a very good open field tackler. I think he also has some special teams opportunities with the Detroit Lions. I give the Lions a solid B for their draft. Again, they came away with some very good football players, and don't get me wrong, Ansah does have the potential to be a very good football player, maybe not a great player. Still doesn't justify taking him in the top 5 when you pass on the best cornerback in the draft and also some of the best interior offensive linemen. But overall, Lions fans should be proud and happy with what they were able to come away with out the 2013 NFL draft. And I want to give a huge shout out to Lion fan forums for always showing football game plan support.